everyone, and welcome to the Ponsse studio broadcast for a very special program on the way towards tomorrow's harvesting technology. My name is André Noël Chaker, and I have the great pleasure of being your host. Today, we are offering you a ringside seat for a close look at how technologies are evolving to benefit both loggers and society. We're going to be looking at the increasing sustainability requirements of the industry, as well as technology advances that are continuously bringing new solutions for the forest industry. And I have the great pleasure of having with me today Ponsse Sustainability Manager, Katja Paananen.
Hello, Andrea. Thank you.
Listen, I understand that you're willing to give us a tour of sorts around the issues of responsibility and sustainability at Ponsse. Isn't that right?
Yes, I will.
Well, let's go into the forest.
Okay, let's go. Sustainability has become an important success factor for companies. And every company needs to decide where they put their focus on and where they have the biggest impact on. And also what they get excited about. We at Ponsse, we get excited about serving our customers in the best possible way and also providing them solutions that are enabling sustainable logging. Innovations are always based on customer feedback, and our customers are nowadays asking for more environmentally friendly solutions. We need renewable raw material, like wood. And yet at the same time, we have to be able to do logging in a way that it's not harming the future generations of forests to grow, or the trees left standing after logging in the forest. We also need to minimize the carbon footprint of our machines. We revised our vision last year to include also sustainability aspects. And we were also asking our stakeholders' opinions about Ponsse, our products, our solutions, our future. And based on this feedback and our new vision, we have decided to have 4 different focus areas in our sustainability work. First, we have to take care of our people and their well-being. And also, this includes our customers and their employees when they operate our machines. We need to have solutions that are respecting the nature. And thirdly, we have to operate, manufacture and service in a way that is not burdening the nature. Fourth, last but not least, we have to be a trustworthy partner and also trustworthy part of the society. These new goals and new way of thinking, they are not changing Ponsse into another company or different company than we are today. But they are outlining our activities in a totally new way. We still are a company concentrating on our customers' needs. And we still are a company striving to reach the best possible results in our work based on our values for the environment. Over to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Katja, for that inspiring opening presentation. We have now moved indoors with 2 gentlemen that could probably go on and on for 12 episodes of this Ponsse studio about responsible harvesting technologies. But we only have this one gentleman, so let's make the best of it. We have Juho Nummela, who is of course, the president and CEO of Ponsse, and with him we have the managing director of Epec, Jyri Kaila. Welcome to both.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
I think Ponsse is well known to probably everybody who's listening today, but Epec probably a little bit less. So could you tell us more about Epec?
So Epec is a system supplier for many OEMs globally. We have over 200 customers and we are delivering proven technology to enable zero emissions.
So is your technology now already in use in Ponsse forest machines?
Yes, it is. We are manufacturing many components for Ponsse machines.
Collaboration, continuing this way forward, or how are things going?
Absolutely. We are strengthening collaboration at the moment to develop the next generation machines.
Yeah, I guess, and also they are 100% owned by Ponsse, so they are forced to support it.
Yeah, we need to do that.
But they're working for others. We're going to be talking about that soon. So we just heard from Katja, and she's painted a great picture of how how much Ponsse is doing to provide state-of-the-art technologies for sustainable forest management and so forth. But I think that because of all this, we seem to be at the edge of something quite transformative for the industry right now. Wouldn't you say so?
I would agree, and I guess we are living quite through some disruptive times at the moment. So this is interesting.
So could you give us some concrete example of what this transformation means at Ponsse?
Well, as Katja was saying, that responsibility is in everybody's lips, and everybody's talking about it and all of that, and I believe that everybody needs to have some clear solutions to support those ideas as well. So. Now, and basically, it's related to the reduction of CO2 emissions and getting rid of fossil fuels and types of things like this. So, I think, and the technology is changing fast. So this is giving us a lot of possibilities. And together with Epec, we can make a difference.
Absolutely. It seems that innovation has been in the DNA of the company throughout the years, of the over 50 years now. It's required a lot of testing, as you both do, a lot of development work, R&D work, but also a lot of experimentation.
Yeah.
And that's something I'd like to hear more about from you, Juha. What does experimentation mean for Ponsse in practice?
I guess, first of all, we are very, very close to the customers, and we tend to try to understand their business and go quite deep and very, very close to the customers. And then, we have always been experimenting with our customers and, the new technologies. And, as this is a buzzword these days, right?
Yeah, co-creation.
Co-creation, experimentation, and all of this.
Yeah.
But when you go back and look at our history a little bit, so, the same type of things have been happening,
all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Just to give you an example, harvester heads,
yes.
mid of 80s. Was not a total success in the first place, but working together with the customers and finding the ways, doing the co-creation, experimenting. That was still the case, already at that time. And that's the way we have been working continuously.
And that's so inspiring. But do you guys have a process? Are these boot camps, seminars, workshops? I mean, what is your way of working with customers in practice?
You know what? It's our culture, the way we work. That's the most. Yeah. I guess it's in our DNA in a way, and it makes a difference.
And it certainly explains your success over the years. And if I take a look at your strategy, I did take a look at it. So it's it says that your strategic purpose is to provide sustainable solutions. We've heard about that already, and that's for the benefit of your customers and also for the environment. Again, could you develop on that with examples? What does that mean in practice?
So first of all, every time when we start explaining this to the outsiders, the company, we always start with the customer closeness. Customer closeness for us is a way of life. And that makes a difference, right? And then we are also extremely proud of our partnerships that we have been developing over the decades and years that we have been working with the CTL of cut-to-length forest machines. And then the other aspect is related to sustainability and responsibility. So the well-being of the forest is very, very important, right? So, and we want to be part of responsible forestry. And that word responsible makes a difference, right? So providing technology for the needs of responsible forestry. So in this way, we believe that as we work daily, day in and day out, we make a difference. And maybe, when the forests are doing okay, we have right way to manage the forests, and we are part of that technology and providing that technology, so we leave the forest in a good shape for the generations to come as well. So makes a difference. And then, finally, the most important thing is that together with the customers, we succeed. So together we go.
And it seems to be a difficult balancing act. I saw again from your strategy that the inspiration are these mega trends that we're seeing and the needs of the customers and so on. But how do you balance this in practice? You know, the daily needs of your customers, what they need today, and also the long-term drivers of the market. How do you do this balancing act?
Well, I guess, you know, when we started to study these megatrends back in 2016, so, you know, it was clear for us that the technology change was one of the issues for us, and the climate change was the other one. And they have quite nice synergies between them too, right? But then, you know, balancing with the daily business and all of that. So I think which is quite important is that, you know, with the forest industries and with our customers, we do have a strong mutual understanding for the future and the, you know, the impact of responsibility to our operations. And, you know, I guess the mutual vision is clear. So then it's easy to make decisions based on, you know, the ideas that we have, based on the megatrends as well.
And you seem to have done so well on this topic of responsibility, because in principle, I think everybody agrees. Responsibility is a good thing to have in your business.
Sure.
But it's not always easy to put into practice. So how has Ponsse turned these words of responsibility into action? Was there a process involved, the culture you mentioned? What else has affected your ability to do this so well?
I guess there is always a process.
Yeah. Especially for you guys.
But the thing is that, you know, responsibility, we feel that it's a, you know, one of the, you know, success factors for the future. And then what is important in these cases as well is that, you know, it's part of our daily work. You know, part of the strategies of our operations, part of the, you know, strategies for our product technology. And then understanding that, you know, we need to be doing, you know, these things responsibly, also considering the product technology. So I think, you know, when that is part of our daily work, then it's working.
So the big picture, the mega trends, making the most of the available technologies and being, you know, forward-looking. But what approaches from an industry level, perhaps, what approaches has the industry been looking at to operate both, you know, in a productive and sustainable way? Is there anything you'd like to highlight?
Right. I think the basics is related to the cut-to-length forest technology. Right, so that is itself, it's sustainable. So there's a lot of research and all of that. But then, you know, we can also see the movement from our customers and from the forest industries, you know, giving us a great possibility in R&D to react as well. So, you know, basically the AV-related technology, autonomous vehicles, EV, electric vehicles. Then we have digitalization, and then we have, you know, also the, you know, sustainability-related issues on the impact that we leave to the nature. So as we are working with renewable resource as forest is, so very, very important for us that we do it sustainably. So, you know, I guess, you know, for our R&D and for Epec too, so the drivers are extremely clear.
And we're going to see some results of that during this episode.
We will.
Indeed. And moving on to you, Yuri. Again, I'm referring to Ponsse's strategy, your mother company, if I can call them that. It says that Ponsse's strategy is that technology is enabling the change that is taking place. So as a technology company, part of the group, I mean, you're pretty much in the driver's seat for Ponsse's vision in bringing that into reality. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Being a system supplier for Ponsse and many others creates the great opportunity now to develop something really new to the market and for the customers. We always listen to customers and we try to develop things that really make our customer machines and products better. So that's the most important thing.
And as you mentioned earlier, you guys specialize in electronics, in control systems for the industry. And I don't think I'd be overstating it to say that, you know, electricity and electricity management has a major role to play. Isn't that right?
It's a major role, and especially electronics, controls and software define the future machines. That's the most important thing. You know, all the customers, they need connectivity, they need more efficient machines, they need more accurate controls. That's really important, and it creates us a big business opportunity as well.
So I'm going to ask you a similar kind of question. So in practice, how do you take all the innovative work, the innovative thinking that is at Epec, and translate that into solutions for sustainable development in the industry?
Here you can see a completely new brand, which is example exactly on this one. So today we are launching our new electromobility brand, Epec Flow. And under that brand, we are selling our systems and components for global OEMs. And these enable our customers to create really machines that are really efficient and really powerful and really good.
I like the name.
Epec Flow.
Epec Flow. Tell us about the flow from now into the future. What are your milestones that you're looking at?
We are looking at the moment in the future. We are building this in a sustainable way forward, and we are expecting long-term a significant amount of our business to become from the Epec Flow. So this is something we are making at the moment.
So if we bring all of this together, I think that we're coming to the heart of today's broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We will now take a look at how Ponsse is taking us once again and leading us into the future. Let's take a look. Wow, guys, a historic moment. I think very few people were expecting this. Tell us now, what does this mean for Ponsse, for Epec, and perhaps for the entire industry?
I think the biggest issue right now is to understand that this is a 100% electrical platform that we have. The diesel is a range extender, running the generator, and the diesel is only loading the batteries. So all the force, the diesel has been detached, or the power source has been detached from the system, right? So that is a big thing to understand. And this is a big thing for us because this gives lots of possibilities related to the power source as well. But maybe Yuri, a little deeper into the, lots of electrical engines and motors and
into the technology.
Yeah.
Yes. So briefly to explain the concept itself. So we have a smaller diesel, of course, but the machine still has more power. So pulling power from this machine is much, much more than from a traditional machine with the bigger diesel. And also, we have in this machine, we have 4 electric motors. One for the front axle, one for the rear axle, and then we have one for the hydraulics, so to control the boom, which is actually also more accurate than traditional diesel system in this kind of machine. So it's really good for the customer to operate it. We also have a really advanced battery in this machine. It's 31.5 kilowatt hour capacity battery, which we are using really efficiently in this machine. And basically at the moment the system works so that diesel runs only 50% of the time. So considering the machine hours, there is also, in this concept, there is much less service for the diesel engine than in a traditional machine, which is always the diesel is running.
And the diesel is running with the constant load.
Constant
right?
load, always, yeah. And with the best efficiency point. Yeah. And also the electric powertrain is actually really efficient compared to any other. So we can really control it very accurately. We also expect some benefits later on when the software development goes further on. We expect also a lot of benefits from the from the productivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very clever, very, very clever solution and for sustainable forestry. Congratulations once again. And since we have been talking about co-creation and working together and talking about our customers, let's listen to a few customers. These are forestry experts that have had the privilege of seeing and touching the EV1. Let's give them the floor.
No niin, tervehdys kaikille. Ollaan lanseeraamassa EV1, meidän ensimmäistä konetta, jossa on täysin sähköinen voimasiirto. Ja täältä löytyisi sitten Savotan kupeesta Pitkäsen Kalle meidän asiakkaita. Ja miltä Kalle näyttää uusi kone?
Nyt näyttää hyvältä. Aina näyttää hyvältä uudet tuotteet, mutta nyt näyttää oikein erikoisen hyvältä, että on kyllä mieluinen yllätys tämmöinen, että uskoisin, että päästään tämän avulla vähän ympäristöystävällisempää tekemiseen, että on kyllä mielenkiinnolla ootan, että milloin päästään tuotetta oikeasti testoimaan.
Ihan loistavaa. Mitä teillä on myöskin tärkeä siis kestävän kehityksen teemat ja hiilijalanjälki, niin te olette sitä myöskin selvitellyt omassa toiminnassa.
No joo, kyllähän sitä on. Tuolla Saksassa kun on pyörinyt, niin on nähnyt, että mitä ilmaston lämpiminen voi saada aikaiseksi, niin sillä on vähän sitä, että yritettäisiin ja sitten täällä Suomessa edes metät, niin en tiedä onnistutaanko, mutta tehdään nyt ainakin omalta osalta mitä voidaan.
Just näin. Mutta eli nyt on konkreettisia esimerkkejä siitä, miten saadaan asiaa helpotettua ja otetaan askeleita eteenpäin. Miten sä näet tuotteella potentiaalia? Ilmeisesti iskeytyy markkinoihin aika hyvästi.
No kyllä, hyvä aikaan tullut jo tarpeessa, että on kyllä polttoaineen hinnat on tällä hetkellä ihan pilvissä ja on tiukka paikka yrittäjille niitä laskuja maksella, että tullaan tarpeessa.
Ihan loistavaa. No niin, ja EV1 lanseeraus täällä jatkuu ja nyt löydettiin Stora Enson metsänjohtaja Janne Partanen. Moro Janne.
Moro moro.
Miltä näyttää toi uusi kone?
No hyvältä näyttää kyllä, että hämmentävä oikeastaan, että miten se on niin kuin valmiin näköinen. Että kurkkasin tonne hytin alle ja sehän oli niin kuin ammattimiesten jäljiltä jo. Että.
Just näin. Oliko yllättävää, että tuli tämmöinen, kun on ihan täysin sähköinen voimasiirto tässä näin, niin oliko se yllätys?
No oli yllätys, että me ollaan Stora Ensossa niin puuterminaaleja sähköstetty, eli näitä sähköisiä materiaalin käsittelykoneita hankittu. Ja terminaalissahan se on aika yksinkertaista. Siellä on sähköä saatavilla, mutta aika paljon on puhuttu, että varmaan viimeinen paikka, missä niin kun sähköstetään, niin on metsä.
Joo.
Mutta ei näköjään ole.
Se on ihan hyvä. Positiivinen yllätys. Miten sillä on iso merkitys, siis kestävä kehitys ja vastuullisuus ja tämän tyyppinen hiilineutraaliuteen pyrkiminen, niin iso merkitys varmaan tuolla metsäpuolella teille.
Kyllä se on ihan ykkösdrivereita ja tietysti biodiversiteettiasiat meillä myös, mutta hiilineutraalisuus, CO-päästöjen vähentäminen, ne on ihan ykkösenä kyllä, että siinä mielessä niin toivotetaan kyllä tervetulleeksi tällaiset aloitteet.
Joo, ihan loistavaa. Tämä on konkreettinen esimerkki siitä, että teknologia kehittyy. Mitä sä näet potentiaalia tälle ilmeisesti on sitten?
No kyllä mä uskon, että on potentiaalia. Mitä tuossa juttelin, että kehityksessä on niin kuin otettu käytettävyys ja sitten niin kuin käyttäjän tällainen kustannuselinkaari. Eli niin kuin lähtökohtana myös se, että se pitää niin kuin olla kustannustehokas käyttää.
Kyllä.
Mä uskon, että se tukee sitä, että näiden muiden tavoitteiden lisäksi niin se on ajuri. Että uskon kyllä, että löytyy käyttöä.
Juuri näin. Aivan loistavaa. Ei mitään. Me ruvetaan näitä monistamaan ja katsotaan miten käy.
Great job with the interviews, Juho.
Thanks, man.
Well done. Well done. But hey, happy first customers. What else could you ask for? I mean, it seems that you've read their minds before the product came onto the market, but were you really expecting such an overwhelmingly positive response?
But I think, it's, a little bit, we have been working with this for 3 years now.
3 years, over 3 years.
So, this has been our daily work continuously. So a little bit surprised that the customers are so surprised. But that's good. It's
absolutely
maybe
good. Absolutely.
Even though we have been discussing continuously that this is the way and this is the trend. So then when you have a real machine and the solution out there, so it's great, great that we can surprise.
Mm. And now we have some tech savvy, so some technology savvy customers that also got their first encounter with the EV1. And let's listen to what they have to say.
Okay, and here we have Paolo from Suzano. How are you?
Very good. A pleasure to be here.
Was it a surprise? We just rolled out EV1, so what do you think?
I think we're making history here. I think it's the first time that we see something like it. And especially the solutions that we have for all the crane controls and everything else, I think you're in the right direction.
Yeah.
And for sure, there'll be advancements in terms of how to generate this electricity. But you have a machine that can be powered 100% by electricity. It's exciting. I think the future is coming.
Yeah.
Shorter and faster than we thought it would be.
Yeah, so that was a little surprise for you guys.
It was very surprising. Things that we've heard, things that we read about, but today we saw it rolling. So it was very good.
And you have been learning quite a bit about Epec, side of this thing. So how do you see the technology company Epec as part of our whole package?
So far as I can see, it's fundamental for that, because my understanding is that companies like Ponsse have so far been the best that they could in a mechanical standpoint in all its innovations. But we know that digitalization, like electrification, and all those things are a big part of our world right now. So to combine what you guys have in terms of mechanic knowledge and being technology leaders in the forestry business through your mechanical capabilities, coupled with electricity, coupled with digital systems and etc. I think that's the way to go.
What do you think about, right now responsibility is a huge issue. All the climate change is challenging, every one of us. So how do you see the impact of EV1 as a future technology to your operations?
Absolutely. I think being a forestry company in Suzano, focused on pulp, we're also feel like very responsible for changes in our planet. I think to improve our operations and make it more efficient, but also provide wood-based products that can substitute whatever fossil plastics and etc. So Suzano is very committed to their long-term goals in terms of sustainability. So we are already committed to a 2030 improvement of all of our sustainability status, social responsibility, and also environmental status. So I think things like an EV1 will definitely get us there in a shorter period of time. And I think it's our responsibility to do so. So we are committed to be leaders in terms of this. And I think EV1 is a great step towards that direction.
Great words. Thank you, Paolo. Together we go forward for the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
No niin, Teemu Tolppa, kulman takaa tuli EV1. Mitä fiiliksiä herättää?
No olihan se aikamoinen yllätys, että mitä sieltä tulee, kun huhuja ehti jo tässä aamupäivällä kuulla, mutta niin, silti se oli yllätys.
Mutta täysin sähköinen on ajovoimasiirto ja järjestelmä ja tietyllä tavalla toi alusta tuossa noin ja dieseli on pelkästään range extender moodissa, mitä sä näet, miten tämmöinen konsepti tulevaisuuteen mahdollisesti teitä auttaa?
No varmasti auttaa paljonkin. Ensimmäisenä itsellä ainakin herää ajatuksia siitä, että mitä kaikkea se sähkö mahdollistaa. Että ehkä turhan paljon näiden sähkölaitteiden kanssa aina mietitään sitä, että paljonko se akku rajoittaa meitä verrattuna siihen, että me käytetään jotakin dieselpolttoainetta voimalähteenä. Mutta itsellä tulee mieleen just ne mahdollisuudet, mitä kaikkea me pystytään nyt tekemään, mitä me ei olla aikaisemmin pystytty. Kun pystytään koodinpätkällä hoitamaan se, mihin tarvittiin aikaisemmin venttilejä ja hydrauliikkaletkua ja muuta, niin nyt se onnistuu ihan ohjelmallisesti. Niin siellä on paljon mahdollisuuksia.
Mitä sä meinaat? Se oli yllättävää. Siinä dieseli pyörittää generaattoria ja akun kautta toimii kaikki, niin ehkä vähän yllättävä konsepti. Yllättävä
konsepti, joo. Ja tietysti kun ajattelee sähkökäyttöstä, niin ensimmäisenä ajattelee, että siinä on joku vaihdettava akku ja työlässysteemi, mutta tämähän vaikuttaa fiksulta. Ja just se, että sitten tavallaan se dieselvoima lähes siellä, joka sitä latausta ylläpitää, niin se on korvattavissa sitten jollain muulla vaihtoehdolla. Sitten sellaisia vaihtoehtoja on.
Niin, just näin, että teknologia kun kehittyy, niin se on totta, eli voimalähde voi olla mikä tahansa, vaikka polttokenno, eikö vaan, että näin
se kuulostaa fiksulta, että tavallaan se on sitten korvattavissa, kun sitä teknologiaa löytyy, mutta tämä on niin kuin, muuten se konsepti on kunnossa.
Mites teidän yrityksen kannalta niin vastuullisuus ja kestävän kehityksen teemat, niin nouseeko merkittävästi?
No ihan varmasti nousee metsäisessä keskustelussa koko ajan. Tämmöiset vastuullisuus- ja kestävyysasiat on tietysti tapetilla ja ylipäätään yritysrahoitukseen ja muuhun liittyen, niin kaikkien yritysten täytyy sitä omaa vastuullisuuttaan kehittää. Ja sitten taas kun me ollaan iso yritys toimialalla, niin meidän täytyisi jollain lailla olla ehkä se suunnannäyttäjä sitten, että otetaan steppejä ennen muita.
Ei mitään, porukas mennään. Kiitoksia.
Mennään.
Okay, Claudio from Club In, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
This is warm here in Finland right now, and
It's warmer than Brazil for sure.
almost like paradise. But what do you see? You know, EV1 behind us. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm astonished. It's an amazing piece of work because I think it's not yet there, but is really in the right direction. And I think you have done a big part of the hard work of electrifying the machine. And now you can plug in any solution that is pretty ready. Everything else is done. So I think it's a great initiative. I really think it should be going forward and supported.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the technology is changing fast. You know, we can see from the supplier network that, you know, components and parts are getting, you know, ready for the serial production and all of that. And as you said, that we are getting ready, and that is totally true that different power sources is possible. What do you think that will be the future power source from your perspective?
Well, I see forest and agriculture generating a lot of biogas or this type of thing. Something coming from the forest probably would be a very good thing because those machines will be surrounded by trees. So, and there were initiatives already there. So I think it's a good plan to do in parallel. You're doing the technological solution that, of course, took many hours, a lot of effort and money to achieve. And you're doing in parallel because somebody else is working on the friendly fuel approach.
Right.
Yeah.
And then together we could be ready, and that would make a big impact. And it would be great if the forest company would, you know, have their own green fields, right? The support, so then it would be basically zero emission.
Yeah, and I think in general all the forest companies want that. So. They will be willing to collaborate in achieving that. We are in full agreement, I would say, in general. Everybody is in full agreement. The consumer, the forest company, and the technological and machine provider like you.
We just need to get the job done.
Yes.
That's it.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Once again, happy customers, tech-savvy customers that say that we've done something historic here. How does it make you feel? Miltä tuntuu, as they say.
Tuntuu hyvältä. Feels great. And I get, you know, Epec.
It's really great.
Yeah. And Epec is making all this possible and great products from you guys, and a big strategy change for you, you know, during the 3 years or so.
Yes, 2019 we changed completely the strategy, and we wanted to invest a lot to this kind of new technology that enables customers to create something totally new, which is better than ever before.
And it seems that you caught even the most savvy customers by surprise. Again, I'm going to ask you, how do you explain this surprise? Even if they knew something was coming like this, but still they were saying, "Wow, what a smart solution."
Well, it's always so that if you really focus to make the better machine than ever before, then the result is like this.
And together we go. I guess we are surprised ourselves too.
Yeah, we are.
But the point is that we have been developing the capabilities of Epec. Big time.
Yeah.
So, you know, your business model is changing, and you know, we are listening, and we have great opportunity for outside customers, OEMs also in Epec's environment.
To deliver components and systems to other customers than only Ponsse. But what's a big advantage is that we can also test our systems and products in Ponsse machines, which is the most demanding environment existing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
but it was well worth the investment. Definitely worth it.
Yes, and we made it happen. So, you know, we are proud of our people. We are proud of Epec. We are proud of Ponsse people. So, and you can see that, you know, this type of cooperation as the companies are working together is really paying off.
Yeah, and we had a huge team from Ponsse and Epec to work on this one. So this was a really big project for us in terms of money and resources. So it was really big effort.
And you can be really proud of the result. But now we have some experts, some colleagues who focus on the topic of sustainability and what is this new technology going to enable in terms of sustainability. Let's hear what they had to say.
Okay, here we have Linnea from Sveaskog, Sweden. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
We are doing great. You know, launching EV1 and having this event over here with you. So, was it a surprise?
Yes, it was a really surprise, but amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah.
So you didn't have any idea when you came over here that we would have a...
I got a little hint.
Yeah?
Before I came here, but I hadn't, it wasn't what I had expected. It was even more than I expected, so really good.
But this is good. So right now we have, you know, it's 100% electrical platform and we can build on top of this. So, you know, this is a great thing for the future.
Yes, very great.
And what do you see? We are following, you know, the great job you guys are doing in Sweden, Swedish forestry for responsibility and sustainability. So how do you see the impact of EV1?
We would like to have some machines that have a lower fuel consumption, and I think this is the one.
This is the one, yeah.
Yeah.
So the fuel consumption goes down and CO2s will come back. And then, you know, I guess, you know, also the fact that, you know, the power source can be something else than the diesel, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So how, and this will be a big impact for Swedish forestry also.
Yes, I think this will do perfect in our forestry, so really good.
So we will figure out, we will start producing and we will send you these machines.
Yes, good.
Let's do so.
Yes.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we have UPM guys from Finland, Sauli, and UPM Uruguay. Gustavo, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Good to be here. Good to have you guys here. We just rolled out EV1. Any feelings?
I think it's awesome. I couldn't believe that you are such a strong player in that. So, looks nice.
Yeah. So, Gustavo?
Lots of feeling, and I must say that we celebrate this kind of development. We are highly committed with sustainability, with environment, and this kind of improvements show us new opportunities, and we are with you to celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and it's great to have you guys here. How do you see, because you are developing quite nicely in Uruguay, so what kind of possibilities does EV1 give you?
Well, actually, we've been working for a long time looking for new opportunities in harvesting, but also in logistics. And these kind of things are really compatible with what we are looking for and what we are trying to implement. So for sure, we will be doing something in Uruguay, maybe here in Finland as well.
Yeah. What do you see? What the future technologies? You know, the power source right now, diesel, but what do you believe? What is the future?
Well, I think this is very flexible, depending on the local conditions and the possibilities. In our case, I would say that hydrogen is the way, and also the local conditions and the government are pushing on that direction. So it is really probable and achievable, very good results in that sense.
And now we have the electrical platform, so we can go ahead. Right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
What about Finland and UPM as a whole? So you have, you know, obviously huge pressures also for responsibility and sustainability. So how do you see this as a concrete solution to suit your needs?
I would say this is really the concrete solution for that. So like Gustavo said, we are committed to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions.
Yeah.
So this example, how we can do walk to talk in that way, that really show that by helping with your machines to our entrepreneurs and by having that way to reduce the emissions.
Yeah. So I believe, you know, I feel that we are in the right track right now.
We believe. Yeah, we are.
Me too.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
We will.
Congratulations to all Ponsse team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
More praise from Uruguay, Sweden, Finland, and they're saying that Ponsse is walking the sustainability talk that you've been doing, and that it's great praise, and it's exciting. You asked the question many times, you know, how compatible this is with other energy sources. We talked about hydrogen, about biogas, and what do you see in terms of that development for even more sustainable solutions in the future?
This is a great possibility because, you know, we have these avenues opening up for us, and you know, the power source right now being diesel, operating the generator, reloading the batteries. You know, that's one possibility, but then we have, many things are happening and technology is changing. So, and the hydrogen is very, very interesting as well.
It is really interesting, and now we have, first time in this machine, we have a high voltage system that enables many different power sources. We also have many we have very advanced cooling system, we have very advanced control system, so it makes possible to install later on in the future also fuel cell to Epec Flow platform, which is used in this machine.
Isn't that the solution's genius, though, to be power source agnostic in this way? Whose idea was it, his or yours?
I guess it's coming from the team.
It's coming from the team, so it was a big development effort. So we used a really huge amount of simulations to develop this machine, and really a lot of effort on component design, on system design, on machine design. So it was a big team effort.
But this is a big issue. We gave the possibility for us and for the organization, for everybody to learn and to develop the future capabilities.
Yeah.
And you have been, it's a big team in Epec nowadays.
It's quite big team already now we have for the e-mobility and other control systems and everything. So.
And the product offering for Epec right now gives us the possibility to support other OEMs as well.
Yes.
Get the volume, and right now we have the understanding. We have a real machine out there. We are testing, and we get more understanding continuously.
Exactly, and some components which was not existing on the market we developed here, like the PDU.
Like the PDU, yes.
So we can connect there many kind of devices like batteries and electric motors and so on.
Yeah, and we can vary from customer to customer as well. So, to be honest, we are extremely excited about Epec. So we are having fun.
We can see it, we can feel it. But I think what people are feeling at home right now is, when can I see this? When is it going to be available? What are the conditions for purchase? What can you tell people who are watching us now about this?
So we are testing.
Yeah, this is concept.
This is a concept.
So we are testing. But of course, components are available already now. So we can deliver prototypes and soon serial products for customers to create this kind of machines.
Yeah.
But the machine will take a little bit time to make the serial saleable machine.
Yeah. The next coming years, we will come out with the serial product for sure. And this product will be seen in Metco this year. So, in a few weeks, we will be in Jämsänkoski. So we'll show the machine over there.
So be there, everyone who can make it. But I'd like to ask you a specific question, if I may, Yuri. Of course, this is a great example of what we saw earlier. The Epec Flow, great innovation in and of itself. But of course, I think you mentioned this to me earlier when we were talking today, that Ponsse is not your only client, as it were. You do a lot of things in other industries, in the mining sector, for example, and others. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, exactly. So Epec is a supplier also for many global leading companies in its own business area. So we are supplying, for example, to mining, to agriculture, to automotive, to construction and many other industries. The big audience doesn't see us that much, but we are inside of many. Our technology is used in many global OEMs already today. And now this Epec Flow is something totally new for the market, so we expect it to be quite interesting times ahead.
Yeah. Well, what an amazing episode this has been. A truly historic moment. We've learned so much about how technology can transform the forest industry for the better and for more sustainable solutions. Thank you all so much for attending. But even if we recognize that the EV1 is a great step forward, it's only just the first step. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that is the first step. Yeah.
It's our first step towards a much more sustainable world. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for attending. We want to thank all of our customers who are here to see it live. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for talking to us about this. And we want to wish you all, all the best. Please stay tuned for further technological advancements that are coming just around the corner. Take care.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.